Hey, hon, you want to see this?
Oh my god, it's coming down.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch it from there.
Careful.
So it is a couple days before Halloween, and I am finally getting ready to open up this passageway that has been closed since the 50s or 60s. So when this was a two-family unit, they closed up this passageway to the living room to make a closet for the downstairs. And ever since we moved in, we said we were going to convert it back into a passageway so that we wouldn't have to go through the parlor every time we had to go upstairs. So what I did is trying to take it out with as little dust and mess as possible. So I went through and I pulled every nail I could find all the way up. I think there are very few nails actually holding in that top piece, which is why there's no holes. But I'm going to break that out and remove it.
Holy shit. Wow.
We have a doorway!
Yay! Is that loadberry?
No. Well, hopefully not.
So how do you get those out?
Oh, you just whack them out.
Whack them out. So that part's coming down too, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
But it looks better.
Mm-hmm.
Looks a lot better.
Open. It's open.
We recently took out the wall that exposed the door that goes straight back to the family room from the front door, and today I'm switching that door. It has a glass window in it, which is kind of weird. I don't really like the idea of people being able to look back and see if we're in there, so I'm switching out with one of the solid doors, and I'm going to put the glass door actually on the parlor because I think it'll look kind of nice there. So the first thing I have to do is I have to change the hinge arrangement because the hinges don't match. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the router and I'm going to cut a slightly larger hinge opening, and then I'm going to put the hinges back on the door and then hang it. So I figured I'd do a quick little video of that. First thing I need to do, let's see, can you see it? Yeah. This is the hinge. I got to go a little bit lower. So first thing I got to do is I'm going to mark my straight line. Now, nothing in this house is actually straight, so when I say straight line, I should explain that I mean good enough. That's the unit of measurement for old houses that are sagged in the middle. I got a router specifically for doing hinges, and I'm going to set the depth to the current depth of the hinge, which is just about that. Tighten that down. Okay. I'd help you get the battery in it. Use a light here. It's pretty good. It smells terrible. That one's done. All the way up. Line on this one yet. Okay. There we go. So now, what I need to do is put the pins back. And the reason is because I want to mark where the hinge screws go with those connected. Is that it?
Yes.
That's flush? Okay, mark it. The right way would be to mark them all. I'm just going to hang it from the top and then do the bottom. Yeah, that's fine. Can you hold it just like that? Now we're going to do the bottom.
Did you ever figure out what the switch does?
It doesn't do anything.
I feel like it must have been for this before.
Probably the whole light, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is like barely on. But we need to test it to see if it's good enough. There's a plate. Oh.
Did you route out that side or that's from before?
I don't think I need to.
No, I mean like that.
Oh, this?
That is. That was there already?
Yeah, that was there. Because it used to be like this. This is how it used to be. That's why that door there didn't make any sense. When they converted it to a closet, they switched it because you can't have a closet open anymore.
Oh, that works.
Right now, we're going to put in these other screws so it's tight. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean,
It
it's...
fits better than any other door in this freaking house.
Yeah, really. I knew I wanted to do that. Now we just have to fix the other one. That one's going to be a little difficult. It's not going to go in smooth. This trim will have to come off eventually, and we got to flip it over because the door stops on the wrong side. But I figured that's not a big, like, we're not leaning on the door or anything. It's fine.
So how do we fix these cracks?
Do you want to give it the inaugural close?
No, you earned it. They're from that side.
Yeah. That fits good.
Yeah.
This one we're going to do a little bit different
Okay.
because I have to route out a bit of this, but I don't know how much. Now I have to do the bottom because the top plate I think is fine. I think this just has to come down.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pin, the hinge pin, and connect that. We're going to hold it in place. This one, I will warn you, this one's a little bit heavier than the other one because it's got that plate glass. So you're going to actually do the drawing on this.
Okay. Bottom or top?
It's going to be the bottom of the hinge plate. So once I get this in, top, draw a line at the bottom of the plate.
Okay.
Alright, is that good?
Yep.
Alright, and is that, check the plate. Does it line up exactly on all the other two sides? Like, is it deep enough? Like it's all the way in?
Yeah.
Pocket?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Alright, let's route it out. That is just my new favorite tool. It is just so cool.
I'm glad it works.
Now we're going to do the same thing we did before, except we're going to drop the pin in the top. Okay, so the pin's going to hold on to the top of the door and the bottom's going to swing free. The danger here is that the door could twist and rip itself off the hinges. So we just have to, once the pin is in, we have to move very delicately and deliberately so that we don't hit the door.
Okay, so what am I doing?
You're going to slide the pin in first, and then you're going to skip down and you're going to mark the holes. So the pin hinges on this side. That would help. Get it on the right side. You're gonna need to do it from the other side. Close the door a little bit. Put it in. All right.
Got it.
Yep. Okay. Now hold on. Hold on. Hold the door. I'll tell you what. We're not even gonna mark it. We're just gonna drill and go. Ooh. That's ugly. Oh, the screws are. You're not gonna have a lot to grip onto. I've got a good feeling about this, Jim. Could be worse. Could be a rental. See, the problem is that we took so little off.
Yeah.
And the truth.
Oh no.
What's wrong? What did you wrong? Oh.
Oh, it's too.
It's slightly thicker. Slight, ever so slight.
So what does that mean? We move the hinge out?